Hey guys, so I just wanted to go over essentially what we had found as we were driving down the road with our sensor picking up different wireless assets, and what potentially we could do with that information. So uh, if you haven't seen it before, and I'm assuming you haven't, right? So this is the environment that we use, which is our Pony Express Pulse environment. What this does is kind of gives us a lot of contextual information, or contextual information, I should say, about different wireless clients that are in our environment, access points, Bluetooth devices, right, all that kind of good stuff. So. Um, as we were driving down the road, we were able to pick up a few wireless clients that were kind of interesting, um, and something that I guess we would expect. So uh, we can go in here, right, into our wireless clients area under our assets section, and take a look and identify what devices, what probes, right, those client devices had sent out, right? So we can look and see, hey, these are all the SSIDs, right, or the networks that these devices were trying to connect to. Um, which gives us some interesting information, right? Because we have quite a few out there. But also, if we're looking to essentially stand up, right, an evil access point, as it's known, we can go with something that is already used, like a traditional public Wi-Fi spot, like ATT Wi-Fi, Google Starbucks, right, whatever's out there. But interestingly enough, uh, we did see what I believe is probably a truck, most likely, or the system that they use for truckers, with this Warner Driver wireless uh, SSID that was out there. Right, there's also a couple variations of that. So, um, what we would do, right, if we're trying to identify any potential vulnerabilities, or execute a man-in-the-middle attack, right, is to do some research on these guys to see, all right, what devices, all right, they potentially use, all right, if they're client devices, it's a phone, if it's a wireless scanner, maybe it's something that is used for inventory input, right, something like that, to give us some information about how we would construct an attack, and what information possibly we could glean from those devices. Um, but more importantly, right, we see this quite a bit. We see these devices quite a bit. So, there's a pretty good chance that a lot of folks actually use this, right? Or a lot of drivers actually use this, I should say, as their either primary wireless connection or something. But um, specifically, if we are near these individuals and we can kind of really hone in on um, what devices they have that are out there, right? We can also see that some of these clients have connected to some other SSIDs like this one, Blue Q. Um, Again, maybe these devices are corporate devices, right? Maybe they're not, but most likely, I would say they're probably corporate, just from the uh, distribution of them, right? How many we've actually seen, as well as the specific vendor information. Um, But we can actually go in, right, and narrow down, right, all the different clients that we saw, that are made by that specific vendor. And there's actually quite a few of them, right? We found 26 on the stretch of road that we were on I-70. Um, so, again, this is all right, good information, right, that we can use from a I would say, hacking perspective, right? If we have client devices, right, corporate devices that are out there on the network, right, and maybe those devices are only allowed to connect to specific APs, right? We could see, that again they're looking for different APs they've connected to in the past. That again will help us understand, where certain individuals are using these devices, and if we really want to, right, we can set different trust levels for these devices too, so that again, if we see this device in particular, or something close to it, we can say, yeah, this is a known device, right? It's acceptable, or have some level that we put to it. So again, maybe someone is using this device in a way that's not supposed to be used, right? So instead of saying that, well, it's a known good device, we can say it's an acceptable device. That way, we can keep an eye on it more closely when we sort out all of the other devices, right, that we've tagged with a specific trust level. Um, so again, right, this is the Pony Express Pulse environment. Right? We use these sensors, right, for continuous monitoring, mostly in static configurations, right, around a facility, but also too, again, as a means, right, or a method to identify mobile resources, right? Stuff that's out or out around us on the road. Right? It was a pretty solid resource for that as well. Any questions, right? You can post on our